What is up?
Hey.
It's Mondays.
I ruined it.
Yeah.
I tried to...
Oh, he's trying to be all fancy and sneak that "oh my dog" in there.
I was looking at the camera. I was ready to go, and then... Yeah.
Let me just help you out for the first one on screen there.
Okay. I don't know.
So it's Monday, guys.
Don't worry, because you have to do all of this.
I know.
And I've got this.
You're ready. You're ready. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Good to see y'all. Glad you can tune in for another edition of Modern Magic Mondays here.
And I've got great news for you. You ready?
Yes.
Gitaxian probe, gone.
You will not see it tonight.
I know what you're thinking. Brett, it's been banned at least for a week.
Yeah,
no,
10 days.
We are finally to the point where it is not going to be on Modern Magic Mondays, and I cannot tell you how excited I am about it because of this guy right here.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's alright. I'm ready. I'm ready with some new infect.
Did you put Thought Scour in? Because that's the only good tech I've heard thus far.
I'm trying out. I'm going to try Peak one more week. I'm also running Rancor main.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm going to try that. See how that feels.
Yeah. Going back to the days...
Well, okay.
The days of yore.
The days of yore.
The Rancor before Become Immense.
Was looking at the list that placed for Modern from SCG Richmond.
Sure. For
all those that were down there playing and stuff like that. I think TJ and Lyle were because they ended up battling each other.
They did. Love it. Drive 2.5 hours, play each other.
Right, Minnie went down. She was saying her and her husband were there for it. And she said, I think I saw somebody from the shop there. I was like, oh, cool. And described TJ to a T.
You probably did.
Yeah, I was like,
you probably did.
But Goro's Vengeance. Number one.
one.
You know, it was top 4 the week before. Now it's number 1.
Yeah.
So, you know. Yeah. That's the thing. Burn was second.
Okay.
Just gonna...
Hey. Things are finally starting to even out again. Those sweet combo decks are coming back in because you got rid of all that stupid graveyard hate for Dredge. Dredge ruined it for everyone, by the way. Just ruined it for everyone.
Yeah.
And now we're having fun in Modern.
This is all fine. All of this is fine.
He's really sad because Infect's not going to be doing so well.
It's okay. The way I see it is I'm going to play Infect this week. I'm going to play it this weekend. Because it's states this weekend. Regionals. Thank you. I'm going to continue to call it states.
It's fine.
And then I'm going to play it for the team event.
Oh, okay. You decided. You're locked in.
I'm locked in.
You're locked in.
I feel like it'll help our team out more.
To play Goria's Vengeance.
No. To play Infect.
I agree.
I think it'll help the team more to play Infect.
Through the Breach. World Spine Worm. Why aren't you playing these janky combo decks like you're supposed to?
Actually, did you see what deck made 16th at the Classic?
I did not. I was too busy watching Standard.
I know. I was watching Standard too, but as soon as deck lists were posted, because Nick Miller was back, they were like on point with those deck lists. And I was like, yeah!
I mean, they're still kind of messed up, but we won't go into that.
Yeah. 16th place. Mono Blue turns. So, you know, I was debating, well, if I'm going to play something janky, why not? No. But it is running that Instant and Sorcerer, that legendary guy from Aether Revolt, the 1/3.
You can tell me his name, I will be very impressed.
Starts with a B. I don't know. I could not. No.
Baral.
There you go.
Baral. Yeah.
So I was running that in there. Just a little nice.
What's better than playing those super duper expensive spells and by cutting them down by one?
There we go.
Thank you, Valorn. Don't help him. He needs to learn how to do this on his own.
No, I can't. All right. Yeah, so I was running that. That was fun. So we've got 5 rounds for you guys tonight.
As always.
As the per usual.
Yeah.
Because it's Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Means 5 rounds of modern action coming at you. But before we get into that, we're going to do our normal setups, if you will. Because I know that one of the rounds is a very long round, so I figured we'll just try to speed into it.
Is it? Is it the first one?
No, it's like round 3 or 4. Something like that. Yeah.
Oh boy.
We'll talk about that when it gets to there.
Get your mana ready.
So thank you guys.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say.
In a roundabout way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All you guys watching at home, you guys are awesome. Whether you're watching them from the VODs or you're watching them live, we really appreciate it. If you have not done so yet, check out the YouTube, subscribe over there. If you haven't yet followed on the Twitch, do so as well. It does help us out a lot, as well as kind of all the donations and stuff that we've got going on above us. As you guys can see, you guys have been amazing to start off 2017. And there's a couple people in particular we wanted to thank above just the broad thank yous that we tend to do, which is, of course, our patron donors out there. 2 top patron donors, and I still haven't updated Eminem's name in there.
That's fine.
He has a new username.
He uses both.
Formerly Dionysus Pacus. Now Eminem, the real Eminem.
Ooh, don't say the. You are the real Nan Man.
So his is just.
He is just real M&M.
Oh, okay.
So that's the differentiation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. So real Eminem over at Cork Street Tavern, table judge extraordinaire. Fill in when I'm busy with.
Fill in. Yeah.
Just gonna sneak that in there. Then we've got Trip over at Comic Kung Fu, where we do all the recording of all these great and exciting games that we show you guys every single week. Also got Matthew Manson over there. Not at the high enough backer level, of course, to have a personal sponsorship on screen there. But still, awesome guy, able to help throw some money our way.
Absolutely.
We also have our Season 3 champion, Chris Carosa, at the $10 backer level, so we owe him some Magic Online whenever he is available to battle.
Yeah.
We gotta figure that out. He knows. We've
all
told him.
got busy schedules.
We got stuff to do.
If you gotta play Nan, that's totally cool. I'm probably gonna be busy that day. Don't worry.
What if we draft though?
Oh well, I'll probably still be busy that day.
No.
But we also have a couple people to thank that aren't just patron donors, but they were able to toss a couple bucks our way here and there to kind of help build the stream to where it is, you know, kind of build the brand. That's what 2017 is, by the way. It's build the brand. BTB.
Yeah. Just wait.
Just wait. But, we got to throw some thanks. We've gotten a playmat.
We have.
We've gotten
awesome
dice.
2-player playmat.
A camera. We've got a camera donated to us. We have the 6 setup that we record all these matches. We've got stickers somewhere with the Modern Magic Mondays logo on them. We even had t-shirts. So if you guys are interested in t-shirts, by all means, shoot me a DM or shoot Man a DM about potentially different t-shirt ideas. There you go. Boom, right there. So a couple people just to thank. We've got Drewski Brew, as always, number one. We've got Atticus the Mystery Donor, Tatradamus, Lilo Goif, Nate Hop 34, Burgleton, Stormdust 07, Badger 934, Strog Smash, Weeaboo Wet Dream, Hellshot, BSAT, Anton 707, ICG. I mean, the list just continues to go on and on and on.
Brett's agent last week donated $10.
Oh yes.
Can't forget Brett's agent.
And my agent. Also, $10. Thank you so much. It was underneath the list. I forgot. Thanks, dude. You. But seriously, guys, we couldn't do this without you. We could sit here and talk about Magic and talk about Modern, which is our format of choice. But this has kind of grown. We're coming up on the end of our first year.
Yes.
It's coming up very soon. I think, in the next week or two.
I'll get the exact date. And tweet it out for you all to know.
So, yeah, we're coming up on the first year. It's build the brand year.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Just you guys wait. We've got some really cool stuff planned that's actually going to be kicking off February.
Yeah. I mean, we're kicking ideas back and forth between the two of us. Just to try to help provide more content than just your strict Monday night Modern Magic, right?
Yeah. We'll always have Modern Magic Mondays
Absolutely.
for you guys to be able to enjoy over here, but there's going to be some more stuff coming.
We're already kind of doing it as well. Like, if you think about it, if you're following here, and if you're subscribed on YouTube,
yes,
on Wednesdays, at some point on Wednesdays, we're kicking off this exact setup right now that we record on Monday. We're putting it on YouTube, and we're streaming it up over there. So for whatever reason, if you guys miss it here, you step away, you go into lurk mode, you know you'll always be able to watch it on Wednesday.
Yep.
Timing-wise, I couldn't tell you. It's just whenever it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It will be Wednesday night. But
it is always Wednesdays night. Depending on how timing works out, it will not be before 6:30.
There you go.
I can tell you that much.
There you go.
Eastern time for all of you guys there. And then, of course, the VODs always do get chopped up.
Yep.
If you want to watch individual matches, those also come up on the YouTube channel. So, yeah. Good stuff for all of you guys watching at home. Just ways to get more content, and there's going to be more stuff coming up. We've been talking about more deck techs and things like that in the works for this season. And just some extra content that you'll be seeing and learning about.
I'm kind of waiting until I see a steady, like, oh, Lyle's playing that deck a lot. You know what I mean? Like, you know, right now everyone's still trying to figure out, like, what are we playing this season?
Yeah, and right after a banning, it's really hard to really lock in and go, yes, this is the deck that I'm going to be playing for the next 9 weeks.
Unless you never played the card, and then you're fine. And then you're fine.
Yeah.
So.
All right, round one, guys.
Let's do it.
Let's jump in it. See what we got going on here, because we've got some exciting Modern tonight. Some different decks on camera than we've been seeing. Okay, I don't know. I'm naming it Burning Moon.
You've been doing that a lot lately.
I've been. Yeah.
You can't just
Listen,
go online a little bit and try and find out.
Okay, because I don't like to jump around and look at too much of the match.
Sure.
But
yeah, it's not gonna work.
What I do know is that Robert is running burn spells, but he's also running main board Blood Moon and main board Magus of the Moon.
Alright, so he's just really worried about tricolor decks.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what other stuff he's got going on, but for sure it's a Burning Moon deck. No.
You mean it's a Blood Moon deck?
Well, yeah, but Blood Moon doesn't normally run Magus of the Moon.
Well, no, because Blood Moon already does just such a great job.
So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. If Robert shows up in chat and can tell me more, or a preferred name about what he wants, we can go with that. Yes.
we weren't on top of our game. I pulled a Nan this week, guys.
But the good news is we have a table drudge extraordinaire that helps us out because he uses his own phone, so we can keep track of our life totals.
Nice
right
guy.
now, you'll see.
Yo, Santi V. Thank you so much for the follow, dude.
Thank you. Now you see right now, Chris Groza trying to be a nice guy. Like, hey, we can use my boogie board. That's okay, right? Look, I don't mind. We'll use it. It's fine. You can kind of see. Eminem's like, nah. Listen, guys, I got you. Let me charge my phone for a little bit. I'll add it into the stream. We'll be great.
So we're just gonna be on top. I mean, if he's playing a Burning Moon deck, right? Burning Moon. Burn is in the title, so maybe we won't even have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So Robert pushed on Burning Moon. Our Season 3 champ, Chris Carrozza. Or Carrozza. I always say Carrozza because I like that hard Z sound, but maybe it's Carrozza. I
say Carrozza.
I know.
I am really bad at pronouncing people's names, so... Yeah. But he is in chat, though. We can always ask him. Well, he's going to the gym, so maybe he's busy working out.
Tell me about it.
Do you ever do that, like, go places and listen to Twitch stream?
Is that even a real question?
Well, I
all the time.
Okay, I was like, because I have Bluetooth in my car.
Yeah.
So, like, I went to go get dinner on Sunday and was like, I'm going to just put on the SCTV right now and listen to that while I'm driving to go get some food.
It's great until your mobile provider goes, bruh,
Listen.
you're out of data. I'm like, I don't get like a flagship, like, hey, man, you're using a lot of data. Why don't we hook you up with a couple more gigs? Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way.
If only.
It makes cardio go by faster. That's true.
That is a good point. Makes cardio go by faster.
I do like that.
Yeah. I guess that's another thing, too. It's like, hey, if you're working out on Wednesdays, you can always pop up to the YouTube and listen to the stream that way, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they're trying to be nice guys and help us out. And
it's really nice of them, but it's really tough to see those numbers. So we will do our best to keep life totals up.
Don't worry, the dice are there. They could use the big dice.
They could. I would rather they didn't, though.
It's gonna be basically we have to be on our game tonight, guys, and we are ready. It is Monday. It's about to be February. No more Gataxian Probe.
That's it. You had me at no more Gataxian Probe.
All right, shuffling up. We know that Chris is on his tried and true. He loves Chalice of the Void. Like,
it's not a good card.
He's trying his hardest to get those Masterwork editions.
Ew.
I think the Masterwork edition looks pretty cool though. Some of the Masterworks I'm like, do we really need that? Did that really need to be a Masterwork edition?
Did they just roll their life totals?
They did.
I was like, what are you rattling in there, Haas?
I got a little bit of a sore throat. Oh, there it is. Well, my problem is I woke up this morning with a little bit of sore throat.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, this sucks. And I talk the most on Mondays compared to any other day of the week. So I was like, well, I guess I should just hoard some throat lozenges there.
Lozenges.
Lozenges?
Lozenges.
Is that the plural?
Lozengers? What is a lozenger?
These things. See, look, he's got a blood moon in his hand, and he's got ramp to play it on.
Is that a Kiki Jiki I saw?
What's that? No, there's two different art blood moons.
Are you sure?
And a Chandra.
Is it Torch of Defiance?
Yeah.
Okay, so the new Chandra from Kaladesh.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And he's going, well, 2 blood moons and a Chandra. This is not.
It's pretty good, but it's not a burn deck, friend. It's a burning moon deck.
Yeah.
I kind of need some mana.
Well, that's the thing. He had, I think, 1 mana, and he had the Desperate Ritual. So, turn 2.
Oh.
Hey. There's a blood moon.
Could be.
Could be. But, you know, do you really want to be doing that with no follow-up?
Now, this seems not super okay for Chris, because he's relying very heavily on certain lands, in his deck, like the Eldrazi Temple and I don't know, the Tron lands. So I worry about what a turn 2 Blood Moon will do to him on the first game.
Is it just burn but slower? Doesn't burn just beat most decks that Blood Moon is good against anyway? Usually yes. Now I don't know like what other spicy stuff he has in it. He's also running things like Magma Jet in his list. Oh, wait a minute. Was that a Chalice in his?
Ew. Why? Get that card out of here.
Is this like a prison deck? Like that blue-white list that was running around, except it's not running white? Is that why?
You mean that red-white list?
Yeah.
You said blue-white. I'm like, what are you talking about, friend?
There's no list like that. Hmm.
But he's going to 5?
Yeah.
That is not good.
Mm-mm.
That is not good.
Blood mooning them feels better than burning them. So, yeah. I could agree to that. You know what that's for?
Mono blue turns.
Said it's gonna be blue-white.
Okay.
Because now, because there's a planeswalker.
Sure.
Dovin
Bond.
Narset.
Oh, Narset the Transcendent.
Because your -2 gives your next instant or sorcery rebound.
Sure.
So, hey, I want to take an extra turn, and
So-
I get to cast it for free
So
next
you're
turn.
splashing white for Narset.
And Colonnade. And Path to Exile and
The best card in Magic. That's a good choice.
You know, some sideboard hates and things like that.
Wow.
But yeah.
I feel really bad right now that they're spending all this time.
They're trying to get it set up for us. Nice guys.
It's really bright, though.
It's really bright.
Like, he turned it up, but it's really bright. But here's
Let's
there's
get
a
it
line.
going. We've been
Here's
waiting.
an expedition map.
Nice guys. Sitting here.
I'll never forget the iPad again.
It's okay.
Here's a mountain pass.
There's 2 blood moons in it.
Perfect. Chris draws a reality smasher. Hey.
That ghost quarter is actually very relevant.
Yeah.
Because Chris does run waste in his.
Sure.
So, a early blood moon normally would be very catastrophic, but he has the ghost core that he can find waste and be able to stabilize and be okay.
But don't forget that he has to do it before it resolves.
True. Gas. Okay. Response.
Yeah. He cannot do it after that blood moon resolves.
Yes. That would be real bad.
He would be really upset to find out that his ghost quarter was actually a mountain.
Oh, is that a second ghost quarter?
It is.
Okay.
So we're on the slow beatdown plan. Here's 3. Show me Blood Moon.
Do you blow up 2 lands here? No, you can't.
You can't. You can
Never
only
mind.
blow up 1, which he does. He says, "No, it's cool. I'm gonna go get a waste."
Oh no.
Gets a waste.
Okay.
Now he has a mountain and a waste. Perfect.
Oh, wait a minute. Does he crack his
To go
map
get a
and
mountain?
get a Tron piece? Yeah.
Don't blow up anything.
Oh, well. Yeah, because then you're at 4 mana for your next turn. You have 3 out. So you have 3 mana, 2 ghost quarters, and a mine or whatever you had, which become 3 mountains. Crack your map, go get the waste. Then you have 4 mana to play that Thought Knot that's sitting in your hand or something like that.
Sure.
So
Okay.
now he's a turn behind. So that makes perfect sense now.
Ah, okay.
With the way he's saying
right.
it.
All right, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I see you. Perfect.
But yeah, no, I guess you get into that panic mode. No! I have these ghost quarters. I need mana.
Sweet. Now we're on even keel again.
What? Don't wasteland yourself?
Spell Skype. Leaves a mountain up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's got a lightning bolt. Magic 8 Ball says no. Here's Chandra, Torch of Defiance. And guess what, guys?
We have a handy dandy card bot.
We have a handy dandy card bot that's going to tell us all about Chandra, the Torch of Defiance. The new Planeswalker from Kaladesh. She starts at 4 loyalty. +1, exile the top card of your library. You may cast that card. If you don't, Chandra, Torch of Defiance, deals 2 damage to each opponent. +1, add 2 red to your mana pool. -3. Chandra deals 4 damage to target creature. And -7, you get an emblem of whenever you cast a spell, this emblem deals 5 damage to target creature or player.
Yep. So he opts for
Oh.
the 2 mana and plays Desperate Ritual to play his Magus of the Moon.
Nice.
And Chris is like, well, that sucks. But, look, I mainboard this Basilisk Collar, which gives my creature Death Touch and Lifelink. Now, the only problem here is Death Touch and Lifelink is sweet, except for if you have 0 power. Then it is irrelevant.
I wondered where you were going with that, friend.
So, he's kind of waiting for a little more mana.
Sure. Magma Jet.
2 to you, scry 2. He's like, or you can redirect it. Either way, you're
taking
taking 2.
You're taking 2. Send a message. That's exactly what I would do, though.
Yeah,
I would send a message.
I'll pay.
Yeah. And then on my turn, I would attack with my Spellskite. Because that's what I'm about.
That's what I'm about.
I know it's not going to do anything, but maybe you don't.
Maybe you're gonna get real scared and not block, and then take nothing, and then go, oh, okay.
Oh, Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Awesome.
Ooh, Chris missing a land drop again. So this is really,
man,
like, okay. We've talked about it before. Is that part of the aspect of Modern Magic Mondays is educational and entertaining.
You gotta learn something today.
You gonna learn. You're facing down a Blood Moon. You got those Ghost Quarters, but you have a way to find a land without blowing up your own land.
Just don't do it. Just
play it safe. 3 mountains is fine.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get a waste and be at 4 mana. Much more reasonable.
Yeah.
Oh, this is tough though. I mean, Roberts doesn't really have much he can do here either, though. Like, he can sit back with a second Blood Moon and all these lands. Like, that's not where he wants to be.
Draw. Land. Robert playing the land game here.
Yeah. There's my emblem.
Okay. So now, every time we cast a spell, we're going to deal 5 damage to you. Trigger.
Drop Chris to 13.
I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. You can either kill the Spellskite or he can take 5.
Yeah.
That seems fine. Really, I am worried about that Spellskite, though, since the Basilisk Collar. So maybe you just get rid of him. I'm just kidding.
Don't
please,
do that.
Please hit the player.
Hey.
And now we have a Thought-Knot Seer. Guess what, dude? Bet you it's lands.
I think there's a Simian in his hand.
Oh, good point.
So he can just exile it.
In
I'm
response,
a float of red.
Float a red. Send a message.
No, he didn't do it. That's fine. It gets exiled anyway. Like, it's irrelevant, but just to, again, tonight's all about sending a message.
Tonight's theme. Send your opponent a message. Friend, what are you...
Oh, you might have the emblem.
Oh, okay. I'm like, is
You
now the
can't-
time to be looking at trade binders? We're in the midst of a game. Hey!
Chandra emblem.
Real M&M hooking us up.
He's like, I got you. Oh, there it is. Okay. That was just a proxy until he got it. That's it. This, placeholder. Look,
Oh, I thought he was going to take it. He was like, no, I made
I
this.
spent all that time writing this down.
Draw. Land. Sending a message.
No, he can't crack it.
Judge.
No.
Judge.
No. Stop him. Oh.
Cheek out 1. Cheek count 1.
I mean, I guess we'll just reduce his life total here. Sending a message. I want to trade cards. Yeah, You're sitting down in the feature match area and you just like ask the person next to you, "Hey, can I look at your trade monitor?"
Okay, so you're gonna learn something else in this match. If there is 3 different Blood Moon effects, you really, 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 really cannot use that fetch land to go get a mountain and randomize your deck.
Nope.
That is not something you can do. What face indeed?
Oh.
It draws another land as punishment.
And he's gonna
Please
fetch
don't,
again.
please don't. Please. It's okay, Kristen Reed, Blood Moon. Cheating doesn't count on camera.
Alright, we do have a bit of a issue now if you're in Rob's spot. Those 3 Blood Moons effect are awesome, except now you're staring down a Thought-Knot Seer
with the Basilisk Collar.
with Lifelink and Death Touch.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's a Reality Smasher.
Curse.
Just to get a little bit of a...
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Little extra there.
We were doing big things with Burning Moon there in the first couple turns. But we just keep drawing lands. But here comes 9.
Who should I jump in front of? This guy. Guess you'll take...
Doesn't matter.
5.
You're still gaining 4 life from it.
I'm just going to basically switch life totals here. Hey, another Chandra.
Chandra, Torch of Defiance.
Oh, I guess... Exile.
5.
Top card.
You must discard a card.
Oh, he's targeting it with Chandra's ability. Chandra's emblem. He's not casting a spell to target it. It's a triggered ability off of the emblem. I think it skates by that you don't have to discard a card.
I'm gonna check. Don't worry. I'm gonna check.
Alright.
Becomes the target of a spell an opponent controls. Counter that spell unless its controller discards a card.
If it was an ability too, that deck would be the most broken thing ever.
Wow.
So, does get to skate by.
Interesting.
Only because of that emblem.
Wow.
Helping him out. Which is keeping him in. And I guess, I'm fine with exiling your top card, see if you can play something.
Sure.
Hey, stop it!
I think he just had to exile it.
Okay. I thought he was fetching again. I was like, no! Now that Chandra's probably gonna die.
Nah.
Well, actually, maybe not. He does have a map.
Ibracadabra wins. Which equipment is on Thought-Knot Seer? It's the Basilisk Collar.
Mm-hmm.
Death Touch, Lifelink for 1. Technically 2. 1 to play, 1 to equip.
Mm-hmm.
Show me another Reality Smasher.
That would be nice. Here's 4.
Mm-hmm.
Another Thought-Knot?
I'm fine with that. Show me what else is in your hand. I'm going to get another 4-4. Yep.
And then you follow up with a map? Wait a minute. Is that a Walking Ballista?
Ew.
He's running Walking Ballista in his list now?
Ew.
What? Okay. So...
It's Nan's favorite standard card, by the way.
I'm a huge fan of it.
Which is ironic, because it kills all of his creatures in Infect. No, go ahead. Tell me about it.
So, there was a card called Hangerback Walker.
Uh-huh.
Got printed, and people tested it out in Affinity, things like that.
Sure.
Never really saw play.
Yeah.
The Hangerback Walker makes sense why, okay, making Thopters when it dies, alright. Having more board presence, cool. But Walking Ballista's ability to ping off Planeswalkers is actually quite relevant. So, I like the addition in this Tron Eldrazi list because how much mana you generate. And you can sit there and be like, well, I have 8 mana, so now this is a 4/4 just by tapping 3 lands.
Sure.
You know? And he's talking about the interaction with Basilisk Color too.
Oh, the Death Touch things.
Yeah, because I think it's remove 1/1/1 counter from Walking Ballista that deals 1 damage to target creature or player. So you equip the Basilisk Collar and you're just like, all right, my Walking Ballista now has Death Touch, and he also likes that interaction with the Endbringer, and tap it, deal 1 damage. So, and Chris will take game number 1 here. Basilisk Collar for the win.
Okay, so takeaways from the first match. Don't fetch when you have one of your, I am assuming, 8 Blood Moon effects out.
Yes.
Because that's a cheat. That's a cheat.
Mm-hmm.
So, whose would you like to read? Sideboards wise.
I'll read Chris's.
Alright, go ahead.
So, Chris has some life gain effects in his yard here. He's got some equipment, some artifacts, pretty much all the normal stuff that you might expect to see. Running 1 Batterskull, 1 Sword of Fire and Ice, 1 All Is Dust, 3 Relic of Progenitus, 2 Filigree Familiar, 1 Culling Scales, 3 Ratchet Bomb, 2 Pithing Needle, and 1 Surgical Extraction. I like All Is Dust coming in.
Sure.
I like Ratchet Bombs coming in. And I also like Batterskull coming in.
Do you?
If your opponent is sitting there and pinging you for 5 off of every spell you play, that life gain can be relevant. I also don't mind like Filigree Familiar coming in. If you're worried about having something early come in, gain some life, draw a card off of kind of thing. He is a cheap creature to play, and he does not cost any waste mana. So it could be something to consider.
Sure.
So that's kind of what I like. I don't remember what's Culling Scales. Do you remember?
So Culling Scales is like a pretty neat card. I'll bring it up in chat and read it to you guys. It's got some text on it.
Okay.
So at the beginning of your upkeep, destroy target non-land permanent with the lowest converted mana cost. If 2 or more permanents are tied for the lowest cost, target any one of them.
I think he's also running some number main board now. I think he really likes that card.
Is he? Because he was running 2, I think, last week.
In the side?
In his side, and then I noticed that he shaved 1 down. So I wasn't sure if he shaved 1 out or if he put 1 in the main deck.
And that's what he could be running 1 main. But he could also have decided, I don't need the main. I don't really need as many now that I'm running Walking Ballista and stuff. Because Walking Ballista will be the first one to die. Because its converted mana cost is 0. Because it's X in its converted mana cost. So yeah, that's interesting. We'll have to see. But what about Roberts while they're still getting things set up here?
Sure, he's got 1 Engineered Explosives, 2 Guttural Response, 2 Pithing Needle, 4 Relic of Progenitus, 1 Filigree Familiar, 1 Sudden Shock, 2 Anger of the Gods, 1 Witchbane Orb, and 1 Shatterstorm. Oh, jeez. So let's see. What do I like 2 Pithing Needles. And I'll tell you why. We didn't see him in the first game, but there's 1 creature in Chris's deck that I absolutely hate because it's such a house. Endbringer. Bring those Pithing Needles in. Pithing Needle the heck out of those Endbringers. Because not only is he able to ping you for 1, ping your creatures for 1, always untaps on anyone's turn, but he also gets to draw a card. It's really just like, it's so good. It's so good, especially in this deck. Let's see. What is Guttural Response?
While you're looking that up, you could also use Pithing Needle to target Expedition Map.
Oh, definitely not Guttural Response.
If he's got an early Blood Moon,
sure,
and there's no waste mana out for Chris, he can say, okay, I'll target Expedition Maps. You cannot find any waste unless you just draw them.
Okay. I'm also a fan of the Witchbane Orb. I think
Having hexproof?
Yeah, having hexproof. Kind of protect your spell from the
thought knots and
the
stuff
thought
like
knots,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think you'll have to sit there and look about how many dead cards he might have. Because that is an alright card to have, like against the thought knot and keeping some cards in your hand. But there's not like a lot of targeted stuff on Chris's side. Like, you saw him have the walking ballistas and things like that, but a lot of his things are mainly just big creatures.
Sure.
So it's like, if you have a dead card and you're like, well, an extra protection against Thought Knot might be nice. This card is completely irrelevant in this matchup. I need an extra thing to bring in. That could be potential. We could even see like a Filigree Familiar on him as well. Like, the life gain and drawing cards are relevant. He could opt for I think that's really it. The thing, like, I don't see that much more needing to come in.
Yeah.
Here, yeah. Maybe a Shatterstorm if he's worried about a lot of artifacts or something, because we know that Chris does have stuff. Could also be like, hey, I don't have a way to deal with your equipments. This will have a way to deal with it. It's the only artifact removal I have. So we could see that come in as well.
Yo, Real Eminem, nice to see you, dude.
Woo.
Welcome. And then Tarma Twin talking about Sun Droplet in Tron Eldrazi.
Sun Droplet is a fun card. We saw people running it in one of your favorite decks as a sideboard for a while. Doesn't see as much play. And of course, I'm referring to Lantern Control. And yeah, they've got Sun Droplet there up in chat, because we do have that lovely card bot.
I don't like Lantern Control.
I know. Especially after last week. Or was that 2 weeks ago?
That was 2 weeks ago. I don't want to talk about it.
It's alright, I'll keep bringing it up for you.
Thanks.
What are friends for?
Yep. What a nice guy.
Mm-hmm. Alright, shuffling up, getting ready.
No, get that heart out of here, dude. Get that heart out of here. And I'll tell you what, guys. You remember I hate Lantern too. Yeah. Popo gets it. You guys remember, like, way back in Season 3 when a certain boss went 16-1 with a list that is now really popular out in the world there for modern Magic players that like those stupid Tron lands.
Green-white?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you guys keep an eye out.
It's going to be a thing.
It's coming. And Gitaxian Probe and Golgari Grave Troll Ban just said, come on back! Come on back! Let's take a look at 7 cards, see what we got. I see a couple of Tron lands in Chris's hand. I see some fast mana, a Magma Jet. I guess Robert scribed to 6.
Yeah. So it's fine with it. Well.
Here's a mine. Show me an expedition map.
Yeah.
Ah, just like the first game.
I was hoping he, like, top decked a Pith and Needle or something.
Yeah.
Well, here's the Magus.
And Magus of the Moon. That's true. That's true. They did not play it last week. Hey, gets his own Pithing Needle.
Yeah.
Chandra Torture Defiance, I guess.
That seems the safest bet for it.
Well, really, that's all he's seen.
Yeah. So he has the option to say, okay, you know what? I could play the Pithing Needle now, name Chandra, knowing that you do have ramp to play him this turn. Or I wait, and then I can just get waste mana next turn.
Sure. Bloodstained Mire, a.k.a. Mountain. Don't do it. Don't do it. It affects your lands too. Swing.
2.
That bear getting frisky. Pass. Guess he's gonna Magma Jet on the end step.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, on the end step, gonna
Get himself a waste.
get himself a waste.
So we know that'll be his play here. So he'll be sitting at 3 mana. Could play the Pithing Needle this turn. I don't know if he ends up with another map or anything like that, but that would also be a nice play.
Show me something good. What's on there?
Another waste.
Oh, all right. That seems fine. Waste.
And he's got a map. So he could say, he could play...
I guess at this point he doesn't really have anything that he can play that requires waste.
No. I mean, so he's got the option, play Pithing Needle now, which I think is the safer bet. Like, you have that 4th land right now in hand. You don't have to worry about going for it, I think. Alright, so here's 2 with a Magma Jet, and he gets a Scry 2.
Scry 2. Pithing Needle on top. Plus Mountain. Good combo. Puts them on the bottom, but I think he does have a Pithing Needle in hand, so he doesn't necessarily need a second one. Draws a Chalice, though. Here's another Bloodstained Mire, aka Mountain.
So, play Pithing Needle?
Oh my gosh. Chalice.
Koth! The Hammer!
Okay.
This mountain is a 4/4. Wait, it's still tapped, though.
Koth of the Hammer.
Oh, wait. Untap. Okay. I was like, does it... Never mind. 6 coming across.
Wham!
Putting Chris to 10. And he's going to say, Koth.
That guy.
Let me just hang out over here with him.
Guess it was good that he waited.
Yeah.
He could have played it on Torch of Defiance, but rather waited.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, plays another waste. Show me Expedition map.
Yeah. Koth.
Jack Prop.
Yeah.
Pass.
There's that Chalice.
If all of your lands are already Blood Mooned, what are you worried about that you could possibly shut him off of with Chalice?
You could say Chalice for 1 here, and that would get rid of like Basilisk Collar.
2. Ooh, good point. 2 more coming across.
Or more maps, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, he only runs a certain amount of waste in his deck, right?
Yeah,
So,
I think he runs 3, so...
I guess he can get any land, but...
I need a mountain. I think is what that is.
But I guess if you are in this kind of state where, alright, I've got a Blood Moon effect on my opponent's side, let me go ahead and get the Tron lands that I need. So I'm prepared.
Yeah, if I've got a way...
If I've got a way to get rid of it. I mean, he has to run Dismembers, right? Dismember would do it.
That Ugin would also do it.
True. He's a long way away from Ugin, though. And
he's at 5 mana.
I mean,
that's 3 lands away.
I'm just saying, that's a lot of mana.
Here's Thought Knot.
When you're at 8 life.
Gonna strip away that Chalice that he had wished he played.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it really mattered that he didn't play it there, but I still think...
Yeah, you can't. You can't, though. Like, he keeps pointing at it, but I'm like, it doesn't really... Right?
What?
He can't do anything with that cost.
No. Now, that would have been fun, is if he had not been hit with Thought Knot and then got that Desperate, so then he would have gotten more mana to be able to Chalice for even more.
Sure. Spellskite. For Chris. Crash in for 4.
Ow. He says, "Do you want to hit Koth with it?"
I'm fairly certain Koth is fine right where he is. We don't need to direct any damage at him.
All right.
It's a lot of mana you're tapping there, friend. Oh, okay, just kidding.
Hey, just in case, I could use another Blood Moon.
If you get rid of that Magus of the Moon,
I got.
now I got a Blood Moon.
Yep.
That's fair. Draws another Tron land. Perfect. Right on time. Just what I needed. Here's 4 more.
He's also at 7 lands. Next turn, guess who's coming down?
Doesn't matter now. Magus of the Moon is gone.
You can get rid of that Blood Moon.
I like Smasher. All shields are down.
He's counting it up.
Just play the smash. There you go. Good man. Just
playing it smart.
beat safe.
The right way to play.
Not at Koth.
Huh?
What? You would have dealt 9 damage.
Guess he did 5 too. We'll say he did 5. 4 right at Koth just to... I don't know. Maybe he's worried about that being removed or something.
I guess, but he just drew and passed.
Oh, now here it is. Ah, Ugin.
I guess.
All right, lightning bolt you, bam.
I'm not gonna argue with you. I mean, clearly it was fine, but
So there's 12 damage coming across this
Right.
turn because Ugin's gonna do 3, 5 from Reality Smasher, and 4 from Thought Knot. And he's like, "Here's a lightning bolt. I'll pay 2 life and redirect the spell schedule."
yeah. There you go.
Don't even care.
Burning Moon.
Burning Moon. Lots of lands.
Just doing exactly what I thought it would do. Just getting there, getting those Blood Moon effects on the board.
That's, yeah.
The first game we did see a Chandra Torture Defiance, which was nice.
And we got to see a Koth game number 2.
So I definitely see where he's going with it. Maybe the Tron Eldrazi matchup was just not
where he wants to
Yeah,
be.
just
Now
not
I
where
can
he
see
wanted to
why.
be.
Like, yeah, that could be a good one to play because they've got all these lands, but he runs 3 wastes.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, dude. I'm feeling good today, so I'm a little sassy. just a tiny bit
Just
sassy.
a little. Okay.
Yo, please, please, just him, just him.
You're looking nice. I'm just got a sweatshirt on here, so.
Yo, Talaric, dude. Come
All
on,
right,
bro.
so round 1's in the books, guys.
That's it.
We got 4 more to go. Let's take a look at our points, shall we? Take a gander here, if you will.
Boom.
Half our people, 3 points. Half our sitting with 0. Now, some of our previous season champions sitting there with 3 points. Chris Crows and Jeremy up there at the top. Got Ryan trying out something a little different tonight. Dwayne sitting there 3 points. Kyle back 3 points. Robert Cure back for a 2nd week in a row, 3 points. Devin's back. It's been a while since we've seen him. Sitting there with 3 points. Lyle 3 points. Like I said, another season champion. We have all 3 of our season champions with a win right now.
As it should be.
Tyler Turner, one of our newer faces, 3 points.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good going into round number 2. I don't remember who's on camera.
We about to find out.